Jesus began to weep. Jesus wept. The shortest verse in the Bible, the most tender, perhaps the most vital for us to hear today. Jesus wept for his friend Lazarus, for his grieving friends, for the onslaught of suffering and destruction in the world. As we grapple with images and news that bring us to new depths of weeping, Jesus calls us to know that he weeps with us. Amidst all the heartache and suffering and fear, he calls us to cry out honestly to him and to each other, and to know he weeps with us, he lives with us, he brings us life and hope in any darkness. Whilst Jesus weeps, he calls Martha in her grief, calls us, all of us, in ours, into hope and new life. I am the resurrection and the life. Those who believe in me, even though they die, will live. And everyone who lives and believes in me will never die. Do you believe this? Do we believe this? Can we live in these words, live in Christ every day through these times? As Christians, we have such an important role alongside others, for our community, for our families and friends, for ourselves in our times of fear, sickness, grief, to be people of honest weeping, whilst holding true to our calling as people of hope and life. I wanted to turn to some of the beauty of our world this morning, to a couple of extraordinary paintings depicting the gospel scene of the raising of Lazarus. First, the most famous panel by Duccio, painted in about 1310.